Bonjour, mes amis. Welcome to week 10 of the weekly video experiment. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive in because I don't know how long my brother and his friend are going to actually stay in their room, so I'd really like to get these questions answered. I'm actually drinking sparkling water and a slice of lemon in my scotch bucket here, because I can't actually have booze with my new antidepressants. I'm thrilled about that. Doc didn't mention that when she prescribed this particular pill for me, because I know I would have kicked up a fuss. Booze is pretty much part of my life. Balthazar, however, has been shamelessly drinking scotch and mocking the shit out of me. The cute little bastard that he is. I'm gonna kill my muse. Send help. Alright, so we are going to start with text messages. Dimmick RP has a bunch of really good questions. As usual, Dana has awesome questions. Besides movies and snuggles, what would Balth do if he were to surprise Dimmick with a date? I feel like he'd really like to take him to a really nice dinner, perhaps a play, maybe an art gallery opening, anything like that. He's a real kind of like the arts and the humanities type of guy, so I feel like he would take him to something like that. Maybe a movie, maybe out for a walk, out for a really nice stroll and a wonderful dinner, something like that. When Ryan eventually starts dating, will David be jealous? Probably for like 5 minutes, but then he's going to be like Big Brother status and just irritate the crap out of Ryan the whole time. Which I feel is going to be like wildly amusing to Balthazar and possibly Dimmick. Definitely Ella, not anyone else, I'm sure. If Ryan suddenly died, heaven forbid. Where are you going with this, Dana? I'm not sure I trust you alone with the angst. How would Balth and David react / cope? Balthazar would be heartbroken. He would definitely be there for Ian as much as possible and try and take care of as much as he could, but he would be heartbroken because Ryan is really like another son to him, and David would be a changed person. He would be like a pea without the other pea in the pod. You know, I mean, he wouldn't be like a whole little angel anymore, I'm sure. He would be really messed up. Lastly, Catterday was amazeballs, as you would call it. It was amazeballs! And I love my new nickname. My daughter referred to Dana the entire time that we were at the zoo and getting ice cream and everything as Mommy's best friend, which was just funny as shit. I honestly think that she forgot your name, James, and was just like, Mommy's best friend. It was adorable. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Totally. Also, sorry for the Hamlet-Horatio ship feels, but it was totally worth it, right, with a heart. It was worth it. We watched Hamlet, the Tennant version, and I don't know if you've seen it, but this isn't really a spoiler because Hamlet was written hundreds of years ago. But Hamlet dies in Horatio's arms, and the particular actors that they picked, David Tennant's dying and his name escapes me, but Hamlet's dying in Horatio's arms, and Horatio's like, I'm gonna come with you, and it just like, oh, it looks like a boyfriend like sobbing over his lover's corpse, and I'm just like, I didn't know I shipped that, but apparently I shipped that. What just happened? What just happened? Oh, by the way, this is something I got for my birthday. Walking Dead Survivor! Yes! I got another one too, but it's not as comfortable as this one because it's a man shirt, so it's all like crew neck. It's gonna be a pajama shirt, I can tell. What's one song you would use to describe David? Pop Goes the Weasel. No, I don't know. He's a really bouncy little boy. What's that Taylor Swift song? Trouble. Seems legit. One for Balth. Sometimes Behind Blue Eyes. That might not be the name of the song, but you know what song I'm talking about. No one knows what it's like to be a sad man, to be the bad man. I got those lyrics backwards. Behind Blue Eyes. That one. We're moving on to An Ounce of Loyalty. Emma says 3 wishes. Go. And there's a bunch of H's in front of that. Wish number 1. I wish... Oh, I wish I had my own house. Wish number 2, I wish I had a job that I loved. And wish number 3, I wish my brother had remembered to get me some sparkling water on the way home because I'm almost out. So as soon as this video is done and while it's uploading to YouTube, I'm going to have to go to the 24-hour CVS and get myself some sparkling water, which is a problem because the 24-hour CVS is currently having a sale on nail polish. You don't understand. This is going to be an issue. Fuck. Great question, Emma. Fantastic question. Alright. We are going to move on to the question that was attached to the, yes, where is it? Okay, the post that I made saying, last call for questions. Ask Intern Mayfield, which is one of Screech's blogs, which she has many, favorite welcome through Night Vale. Welcome to Night Vale moment so far. I'm particularly partial to the Glow Cloud. I've only just started episode 9, which is Feral Dogs, I believe, but I'm particularly partial to the Glow Cloud because it was just, that was a fucking funny episode. Or the first one where you're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but this guy's talking about different kinds of helicopters, and suddenly I'm terrified. Like, don't give your kids Gatorade because it's basically sugar water. What? Or any and all mentions of Perfect Carlos and his perfect hair. That's just hilarious. I can't. It's the cutest thing. Like, it's adorable. I can't. Okay. In my inbox, we're gonna start with who the hell was in here first. Alright, my sister, Christina, is actually asking me from Angelic Muse, the original Seraphiel on Tumblr, often imitated but never precisely correct. Monday questions. Favorite kind of chocolate, or is there a brand of chocolate you prefer? Ghirardelli's Twilight... God, what is it? Is it Twilight Dreams? It's their 72%, and it's amazing. Oh my gosh, they have another one. It's called Cabernet Soirée. It's not quite as good because it's got a really grapey undertaste. It was not what I was expecting from... I don't know what I was expecting. I mean, chocolate and Cabernet, that's chocolate and grapes. No, you know what? That was exactly what I expected. It's just not as good as I wanted it to be. So, yeah. Or is there a brand of chocolate you prefer? Ghirardelli's. Or C's. C's truffles are heavenly. Heavenly, I tell you. Favorite joke. All of my favorite jokes are stupid jokes. I have a lot of, like, dad humor, as I like to call it, because a lot of these jokes have come from my father. For example, why are pirates funny? They just are. The first time I heard that joke, like, I was dying laughing, and I was like, that's the stupidest joke I've ever heard in the entire world, Dad. That's the stupidest joke ever. The worst fucking joke. I can't even. And he's like, yeah, but you're laughing. Valid point, Pops. Good job, Padre. Very nice. I approve. Schrodinger's cat wanted Dead or Alive. No, it's Dead and Alive. I bet. Neon walks into a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve noble gases here. Neon does not react. Like, I have a lot of, like, nerd jokes. I know. That's the kind of person that I am. Yeah, those are my favorite jokes. Is there a sci-fi movie / book you adore? If so, what is it? 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea isn't necessarily science fiction, but I love it. The original Time Machine. Yes. Yes. Ah, yes. Um, as for movie, I'm gonna have to go with, like, hands down, my absolute favorite forever and ever will always be Soylent Green, because Charlton Heston is, it's people! We're eating people! Ah! Yes! That was amazing! Um, I mean, there's obviously, there's many others, but those are the ones that spring to mind most readily. Balthazar's ideal night in / out. He's making porn jokes inside my head. I feel like you should know that. No, his ideal night in is actually a very quiet night where David goes to bed on time. It's very relaxing. There was a big dinner, all the dishes are done, and he just gets a chance to kind of snuggle and love on his lover and just cuddle them on the couch or in the living room nest that is basically a bunch of informal poofs and pillows all kind of tugged together with some blankets and throw blankets that he keeps in the living room. Excuse me, I burped this water. It's so bubbly. That's why I like it. I'm definitely in front of a fireplace, maybe moving on to a bubble bath at some point. You see the theme repeated again and again and again and again. He's very much a being of creature comforts. His ideal night out, though, is one spent kind of like partying. Kind of partying. He wants to go someplace where the music is so loud that he can feel it thumping right behind his sternum, and just get lost in the crowd and the emotion and just the feeling of so many people surrounding him. He really likes clubs. But beyond that, he also really likes going out and having somebody else cook the food and, going to see a play, going to the opera, to a concert. Actually, if he could go have a really great dinner and then go to a concert, that would probably be a really bitchin' night for him, especially if it's like a punk rock concert. He loves the Smiths. He loves, he would probably take somebody back in time to go to, a Clash concert or The Damned. You don't have to go back in time to see The Damned. They didn't actually break up. New York Dolls, The Slits, The Kinks, The Ramones. Pretty much likes punk. Okay, great questions, Chrissy. Bitchin'. Moving on. Winter Davenport. That's Bunny, everyone. Bunny. You should follow Bunny's OC, Winter, because I said so. I feel like that argument doesn't hold much water, but, whatever. Okay, she says Monday questions, and there's a smiley face with the 8 and the capital D. Right, so we all know Balth has been on Earth for oodles and oodles of years. 900. It's oodles and oodles. Okay. Maybe 1,000. 1055. What was the first crusade? 1055? Like 1,000. A little less than 1,000. Whatever. So to that end, what has he done to pass the time? Stolen everything he could get his fucking hands on and then put it back. No, seriously, that's what he does. He steals shit, and then he steals it again and gives it back to the original people that he stole it from. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. We know he was a pirate, but what else has he done? And to that effect, what were his favorite occupations? Okay, so Pirate Balthazar, he did that for quite some time. He's been an artist, he's been a writer, he's been a priest, he's been a hedonist, he's been a hooker, he's been an escort, he's been a courtier, he's been an assassin, a soldier, a healer, he's been a doctor, he posed as a priest during the Dark Ages, or rather during the Plague, I should say specifically, and took over an orphanage and attempted to keep as many children actually like safe and not ill as possible. He's been an explorer, a frontiersman. Some of his favorite jobs were actually he liked being a courtier, and he really liked being an assassin because he was never bored. He hated being a soldier, but he liked being a healer. He was okay with being a battlefield medic. That's happened in basically every war since the Crusades, because he reasons that if people are going to go to war, then he's going to do his best to keep the fucking morons safe. Yeah, top 3 there. She said top 3 to make it easier, and I picked 3. If Balth could go back and scoop up all the fledgies, she said fledgies, I-E-S, fledgies, you adorable shit, that had been in his care, but doing so would cost him the one thing that mattered most to him, what would he give up? The one thing that matters the most to him is the fledges, and his own survival. So I feel like it would be... that question, I don't know if I could actually answer that. Maybe his wings or his angel blade? Like, his sense of adaptability, his ability to think around corners, the ability to read. I mean, these are the things that mean the most to him. His alcohol tolerance. It's not like one like physical item. It's like internal things, because he left heaven with not much, and he already gave the weapons of heaven back to Cass. You saw how well that worked out, right? Okay. I'm sorry, that was mean. To any Castiels that are watching, have we learned a lesson? Don't kill Big Brother. If you had to choose right now, what would you want as your last meal on Earth? 1 for Balth, 2, please and thank you. Balthazar says he doesn't want a meal, he wants to lick champagne off of someone. Or sushi off of a nude body. My last meal on Earth, I would want a double bacon cheeseburger with steak fries in between the bun and the patty, and Baby Ray's barbecue sauce on top, because I'm insane. With a chocolate milkshake, because if I'm gonna die, I don't care if my stomach's upset. World is going to end in 24 hours, and you have the ability to do whatever you want. What do you do, and why? Whatever I want. Race my car. Go skydiving. Scuba dive with the sleeping sharks down in Mexico. Discover actual evidence of a pre-Columbian crossing of the Atlantic Ocean. Bam, you're welcome. Find the Fountain of Youth. Why the fuck not? Maybe I'll die as a 10-year-old. That would be exciting. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Cuddle my kid, I guess. Meet all my friends from on here. Freak the fuck out. Let's be serious here. I'd freak the fuck out. Alright, and Scotch, moving on, because thank you. Great questions, Bunny. Moving on to Scotch, who felt the need to ask me each question in a separate ask. Because Scotch, the demon boy, is a little shit. I see you. I see what you did there. Ooh. Thank you, though. I appreciate the questions. For Mun and Muse, would you rather see the birth or the death of a star, both seen in full color? The death of a star. That would be way cool. Balth says the birth because Star's dying reminds him of his family. Next task. What is a language you would not like to learn and why? Russian, because fuck Cyrillic. I can't figure it out. I tried. Twice. Nope. Never gonna speak Russian. Nope. Sorry. Not gonna happen. Just can't wrap my brain around the fucking Cyrillic. Would you rather live on that cruise ship that sails the world and you live there, or live on a private island? Are you trying to see how many times you could fit live into that sentence? Because, that's awesome. That's a really great sentence. That's a really great question, and I saw this earlier, and I was like, shit, I have no idea. And now I'm still just like, I'm trying to buy time here, because shit, I have no idea. On the one hand, I hate people. Like, aside from my friends and, like, select people in my child, I don't like the general population of the world. It drives me insane. So, private island is really appealing, but at the same time, I know that I would be like as much as I hate people and like talking to people, which is hilarious as fuck, because I sell auto insurance all day, so I spend a lot of the day going, no, how many miles one way to work? No, one way. Not one day, sir. No, one way. Yes, from home to work. That's okay. 1 mile, huh? Wow, that's a heck of a commute. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mute. This son of a bitch is lying to me. Unmute. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's right. Yeah, no, I'm jealous, sir. That's a great commute. That's fantastic. I hate people. That's why I hate my job. Yeah. That and it's stressful. It's incredibly stressful. If you're the kind of person that wants an auto insurance quote and you're like looking around, go online. Do your quotes on the websites that we have provided for you. Every auto insurance company has a website. Maybe not Allstate, because Allstate makes you find a broker and talk to a broker. Maybe not Progressive, because they do it in a similar manner, I understand. I can't really speak as to how other companies run their businesses, but the point is that there's websites. You can get quotes online. Pick the one you like best and then call that company when you're ready to set up your policy if you choose not to set up your policy online. It's really simple. We have really secure websites. We don't want your information getting hacked, because then you're going to sue us. And believe me, that's shenanigans. We're going to get pay cuts, all sorts of crap like that. Don't be the person who calls up and goes, yeah, no, I just wanted a quote. Yeah, I'm going to make you work for me for 20 minutes. I'm going to be belligerent, not give you my information, question every step of this process, and then be like, okay, thanks. Yeah, I know, I'm still shopping around, bye. If you don't want my policy, just tell me straight up. No, that's too expensive. I'm not going to spend that kind of money on my auto insurance. And I will drop it. I'll be like, oh. Yeah, okay. All right. Rock on, rockabilly. Have a great day. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. Don't fuck with my numbers just to be a dick and make me think that, like, maybe I did something wrong in the course of the call, because you're like, oh, no, I'm still shopping around. Don't be afraid to tell me no. Or, do your fucking quote online. I really got distracted here and started ranting about my job. I'm sorry about that, Scotch, and everyone who's watching, because I have a lot of job stress. That's why I'm on antidepressants. Fucking ridiculous, right? Anywho. Cruise ship sails the world. I would get to get off at different ports and, like, see shit. That would be awesome. And then Silenced Archangel actually snuck in between a bunch of Scotch questions, so we're gonna get off the Scotch the Demon Boy train for a second here, which if you're not following them, you should be. And we're gonna go to Silenced Archangel. Hi, buddy. I think I have our arranged marriage thread, like, tucked in my drafts. Sorry about that. Do you think Balth actually died on Supernatural, or that it was just a trick? Honey, why would you ask me that? He's really dead. He trusted Cass. He turned his back on Cass. Cass knifed him in the back. He's really dead. Balth's not coming back, and Gabe is really dead too. That's not the question, because of course everybody likes Gabriel better, so Gabe's coming back. Balthazar, however, is really, genuinely, completely dead. Which is depressing, because he was really a hell of a character. Anyways, if Balthazar turned up on your doorstep covered in blood and tears, what would you do? Bring him inside, clean him up, strike that, reverse it, hug him, bring him inside, lock the door, put up wards, make him help me put up anti-angel, anti-demon, anti-everything wards, clean him up, and let him sleep until he felt like he could talk about what happened with Cuddles. We cuddle the shit out of that poor, poor bastard. Whatever it was that made him cry and that he was covered in blood from. Yeah. Which Lord of the Rings movie is your favorite? That's a good question. That's actually a really, really good question. Two Towers. Yeah. Two Towers. Two Towers is really good. It's good. And the cinematography in all of those movies is just awesome. Oh, Wolfstar or Calthazar? That's tough. Because I have a Remus Muse. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but I have a Remus Muse. He's not quite as chatty as the Bobby Muse. Not quite as sassy as Balth. But there's a Remus. It's up here. Gotta go with Calthazar, man. I love Wolfstar. Wolfstar was one of my OTPs before Calthazar, but I gotta go with Calthazar. Remus just isn't loud enough at the moment. Balth is louder. One thing that makes you go, aw, watching my child sleep. Because when she is awake, she is hell on wheels. Piss and vinegar. She is the biggest, most sparkly diva that has ever diva'd. When she is asleep, she is the most precious little angel. All little chubby cheeks, and her tiny little hands, and her big old feet because she just had a growth spurt, and she's got the little innocent look on her face, and sometimes she smiles in her sleep, and sometimes she falls asleep on mommy, and it's so sweet, and then she wakes up, and she's got attitude, and I'm just like, oh, it's come full circle. It's come full circle, and I can't even drink. Bitchin'. Which angel would you most like to punch? Raphael. There's no reason to be a dick. I watched Into the Darkness. How do you not sob every time you mention it? I am dead inside, actually. No, I spent a long time, like, sobbing every time I thought about it, and then I had to delegate it into that, like, special corner of my brain that I keep things that make me cry in, you know, how Balthazar's treated in fan fiction, the fact that I'm in trouble for everything that ever goes wrong in my household, fucking Braveheart. Dude, don't judge me. Seriously, he sees his wife in the crowd like you know he's hallucinating. It's probably from blood loss. The whole crowd's just like, would you just say mercy, you asshole? God, I can't do this. See, I'm tearing up right now. I'm tearing up right now. And the last thing he yells is freedom, and you're just like, no. And Wrath of Khan. So I tucked Into the Darkness into the corner with Wrath of Khan, and I was just like, go fuck yourself, Reichenbach Falls, fucking Wrath of Khan, Into the Darkness, the end of Braveheart. You just get over there and you go fuck yourself. The end of Gladiator, I don't care. Russell Crowe's a terrible actor, but the end of Gladiator, he fucking dies. He sees his dead wife's ghost. That movie's been out for years. This isn't a spoiler. Shut up. He sees his dead wife's ghost. He sees his dead son fucking walking through the fields. Like, I have a corner of my brain that's reserved just for shit that makes me sob. And of course, fucking just, Into the Darkness destroyed me. So I spent like a week just like sobbing about it. Uncontrollably. I would just like think of something and just be like, I can't exist right now. You're gonna have to give me a minute. And then I was like, okay, I need to take it away. Jesus. I'm crying. Jesus fucking Christ. I hate crying. Still got my makeup from work on. Came home, changed out of work clothes, put on a zombie shirt, got some water. Forgot to wash my face. Anywho, McKirk or Spurk? McSpurk, so I don't have to choose. You're welcome. Don't stay up too late or I'm coming to kick your ass. Bring it on. I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared. I ain't scared of nothing. Except for cornfields. Cornfields scare the shit out of me. I read Children of the Corn when I was a kid. This is my last tangent. I swear to fucking God, I'm going to answer Scotch's questions, the rest of them, without any tangents. It's not true. That's a fucking lie. But I'm only 32 minutes into this shit, so, you know. Excuse me. Again, Jesus. So I got lost in a tobacco plant maze. Wait, okay. Let me back this shit up. So when I was a kid, my parents were very much of the mindset, if she's reading, what possible harm can she be doing? And as a result, I discovered a lot of shit that I should not have been reading at a very young age. For example, I read It when I was like 10 years old. I read Children of the Corn when I was like 10 years old. So I'm reading some Stephen King, you know, check out a book from my school's library. Children of the Corn. I don't know why the fuck it was in my school's library. It was an elementary and middle school mixed thing, and there was some fucking serious, like, Stephen King, Edgar Allan Poe, Dante's fucking Divine Comedy. That library was like, I mean, the librarians must have been stocking up on shit that they wanted to read or something, because I don't even know. So I check it out, I read Children of the Corn, and for like, it preys on me for some reason. It just weighs heavy on my mind. And it's just like one of these things I'm like, I don't understand how this happened. I don't fucking get it. And because I don't get it, I keep thinking about it. And because I keep thinking about it, I start having like dreams about it. So, now bear in mind, I lived on the East Coast at this time because I was a military child, so we moved around a lot. We were stationed in Maryland. They were like, we're going to go on a field trip, school field trip, to a working tobacco plantation because that is how the settlers of the United States earn their money. Tobacco. All right, rock and roll field trip. That means we get the whole day off. Yeah. Okay. So we go to this fucking tobacco farm. Whatever, right? I mean, there's chickens to chase. There's some pigs. We have lunch there, you know, what the settlers would have eaten for lunch, you know, and the highlight of this trip is this fucking tobacco plant maze, right? Now, tobacco plants only grow to be about 4 to 5 feet tall. In some rare cases, as high as like 6 feet. But if you're a full-grown adult, you're going to be able to look over the top of this shit and find your way out. Like, it's not a problem. It's not a problem if you're an adult. However, I was 9. I was not adult-sized. I was smallish-sized. Smallish-sized child. Going into this shit after reading Children of the Corn. I got fucking lost in this big ass acre size fucking maze for hours. I didn't know how to get out. I was like, I'm gonna fucking die. I might as well start praying to he who walks behind the rose. And then the wind picks up. You ever been in a field full of like whispering stalks and leaves when the wind picks up? Have you? Have you? It's terrifying. It's terrifying because it sounds like something's moving. And anybody who ever tells you that there's no snakes, there's no rats, there's no bugs, nothing like that in a fucking field full of like giant fucking plants, they're a liar. They're a liar. I saw 3 snakes, 2 rats, unidentifiable bugs that I still don't want to think about today because I've successfully blocked them from my memory. Oh, fuck, I'm thinking about them. Oh, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. I finally stumble out. I'm just like, fucking, oh, there was something in that field with me. That's why I don't like cornfields. Anywho. Mun and Muse. This is from Scotch the Demon Boy. Do you prefer proper uniforms, such as fireman, office worker, military, or casual uniforms, like farmers and cowboys? Why can't I have both? Well, no, okay, I'm pretty much over the whole cowboy thing. My ex-husband was from Texas, and that was a mistake. Fireman, that's a very dangerous job. Office worker, ooh, somebody gonna be in a suit. Military, dangerous job. I was married to that twice, like an idiot. Mainly because my ex-husbands were not people that I should have been married to. I'm gonna go with office worker, proper uniforms. If you could implant a TV remote into your head that worked on everything in the world, electronics, plant life, people, which button would wear out the fastest? Mute. The mute button. The mute button would wear out the fastest. Yes, the mute button. Rain or snow? Oh, that's fucking hard. God damn it. Rain. Snow. Rain. Either one, as long as I can have some weather. I live in San Diego. It sprinkled for like 10 minutes last night. Come on, man. Sucks. Rain. I like rain. I'm just spamming now in parentheses. You're such a shit. Would you prefer to keep a typical pet fish as a pet? Goldfish, fighting fish, etc. Or an exotic fish like a piranha, a typical fish because I have a 5-year-old. Mun and Muse, German accents or Italian accents? Balthazar says Italian accents. And I'm going to have to go with Italian accents. Mun and Muse, Pepsi or Coke, whiskey or scotch, brandy or port. For myself, Coke, scotch, and no. Yeah, Coke, scotch, and port. For Balthazar, Coke, scotch, and brandy. Yes. I think, and I'm just going to refresh real quick to see if... Okay, it looks like scotch is done. Thank you, scotch. Scotch is finished. Double checking to see if I have any further... Does not look like I have any other text messages. What do we have on here? Yeah. We're all done. Hey! Alright, it's under 45 minutes this time, guys. Woo! Alright. Thank you so much for participating in this. I appreciate it. I love you all. I'm at like 803 followers. What are you all doing here? Yay! Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming on this wild, crazy trip with me. I love you guys so, so, so much. I do appreciate it. The continued questions, the continued patience with how long it takes me to reply to threads. I'm trying my best. And, you know, you guys are amazing. You're incredible. I'm always here if anybody wants to talk or needs someone to bounce ideas off of or a shoulder to cry on. My inbox is always open. It may take me a little while to respond, but I will totally always respond. There is going to be a giveaway coming up. I was going to do it at 777, but I just couldn't get my ass in gear. I am so sorry. I'm attempting to get my ass in gear now. I will try my best to get it going before 900 fall, if I even get that many. I'm shocked, amazed, and just astounded. Thank you. I love you. Comme toujours. Bonne nuit et bonne chance, mes amis.